Yo, what up, everybody? This is Made by Power with the Rhythm and Flow podcast, co-hosted with DJ Inferno.
Yes, sir, man. We're back for another episode, and for this one, we have a very special guest in the building. We got our guy AJ from Purple Studios down in Salem, man. Make some noise.
Let's go.
Yes,
Purple
sir.
SoundStudios.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you for being here. You know, this is a couple of the guests we've had on, man. They've been telling us that we got to tap in with you, so you know, it's only right that we have you on the show. So
that's dope. That feels good.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it. I mean, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, and maybe just talk about like your musical journey. And you can really go as far back as you want. Just tell us what you want to start.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So I mostly grew up in Silverton, and like I started making beats and stuff in 2015, and then like a couple people at school, we started like recording shit. And like Trey Banks was someone that I came across, and we started making a whole bunch of stuff. Just he was coming over to my mom's house in my room and stuff, and I just had like I had just built a PC, so that was really like my advantage. And I had like a AT2020 just going into a just like a phantom power supply at first. I didn't even have like a Focusrite interface or anything, and we started putting stuff out on SoundCloud, and then like you know the word kind of just spread, and I started working with people that were like in Bend, and then a couple of them moved to California, and then I started working with people that were in California, started sending me their vocals and stuff, and then like when I moved out of my mom's house, I had to work a lot, so like mixing kind of slowed down and stuff, but I still had a little studio set up, and then fast forward to 2022. I had an extra room in my apartment, so then I opened Purple Sound Studio in May, and since then I've just worked with like 50, 60 more people than I had before, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good journey. It's been almost 2 years now and stuff, so yep.
That's what's up. So it started off with something real small, some beat making, some beat producing, and then it turned into engineering, opening a studio?
Yeah, like at my mom's house, like in the bedroom, I had like Trey Banks and his cousin 3Z come through, and my homie Izzy Lokes, and like Comet Margella came through and made a song back then. And so it was just kind of practice, and like I didn't know that I was audio engineering yet until me and Trey had made a bunch of songs, and I was like, all right, I'm an audio engineer, you know? And it's not like a super common thing, so at first I didn't know what it was. And so, you know, I was just kind of making beats, but then once I knew what it was, I kind of just fully embraced it and started learning all types of stuff.
So by like default, you just became an audio engineer?
Yeah, it just ended up happening. Like I fit the role, I guess.
Okay, well that's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's not very common people just become audio engineers. It's not like everybody wants to be the artist, everybody wants to be the producer. It's like the engineer, it's like, where does he come from, you know?
Yeah, that's given me a big advantage. Like not having too much of a vision to be my own artist, you know, I can really put the time into other artists and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Just fully embracing that, and like, and I don't know, I guess beats never really worked out too much for me, so it was what people started giving me that recognition for, so I just went with it.
Dope.
And I like it a lot. I like the technical side, and you know,
Yeah. No, that's cool. I did a lot of engineering myself, and I mean, not that I wanted to engineer, but it kind of just happened, you know?
Yeah, it becomes just a byproduct of trying to be an independent artist, you know, for sure.
Yeah. And you're right. There's a lot of technicalities to it. You got to have a good ear. One of the most important things that I had to learn later, and unfortunately it was later, is taking care of my ears, because there's a lot of ear fatigue. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. I can't hear as good as I used to.
Most definitely.
I'm definitely a little deaf.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's super important. Like, yeah, I've definitely learned that too. And like, I don't know, I never really had super big speakers, and I never really liked to go to concerts too much, you know. But you know, when you leave the concert and your ears are ringing, you know, you're like, man, that's gonna be permanent probably. I hate that feeling. So yeah, I definitely take care of my ears for sure. And I kind of had a wake up call like the other day. It was kind of weird. Like my family had this little taser thing, and they were all like, oh man, it's leaving like a really like a dog whistle, you know. They're like, oh, I'm hearing a really loud frequency, or you know, just a really high frequency, and I couldn't hear it. I was like, oh man, I should be hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
So yeah, I gotta be taking more care of my ears.
See,
for
I'm
sure.
telling you, bro, like that ear fatigue is real. Becoming deaf slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Now we got to take care of it, you know, and it's important, especially in your trade, you know. You need that.
Yeah.
That's cool though. So I mean, you gave up the producing, you went straight to engineering. You worked with Trey Banks. He's a pretty popping name that I've heard around town. How's
Yeah.
that like?
A lot of fun. We locked in. He's a couple years younger than me, so like when I was growing up, I never really reached out to like became friends with kids that were like older or younger than me. I don't know. That's just kind of always been a thing with me. All my friends have really just been in my grade.
Yeah.
But I had another friend who was really like open to other people and stuff. So he introduced me to a lot of people, and Trey became one of those people. So he's a little bit younger than me, but like we really linked like almost instantly and just started making a lot of music um, and yeah, like our we've developed like a recording style.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's pretty common, but we like to just punch in, come up with each line like on the spot. Not a lot of
Hmm.
writtens and stuff like that. So that gave me a lot of practice in being fast.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Do you still work with him to this day?
yeah, for sure. I haven't. It's been a few months, and we haven't put anything out in a long time. But we definitely are gonna. We got a lot of stuff in the vault, and also shout out to Mikey Margello. We got a lot of songs with his beats. He's a producer, and so we'll definitely be dropping some stuff, pretty soon. But yeah, no, we're definitely locked in. That's the homie. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what's up. That's what's up. So I guess I want to know is like what's Purple Studios like right now? Like what's the status? What are you doing? Projects. What's that looking like?
Yeah, for sure. We got my homie Zay. You know him. XTC. We're gonna come out with the
Yeah.
album at the end of this month. He's right here. If you want to come over here real quick, bro, to show yourself. Yeah, we're coming out. We're coming out
He's
with
doing
some
a little
stuff.
guest.
You
Little
want,
guest.
you want to pan the camera over for my guy?
What's
You
good?
think you can see him? Yeah, no. So we got something coming out pretty soon here. Dab me up, Brody.
Oh shit, my fault.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
hit
We
the
got,
hat. Disrespect.
I know he
The
didn't see it.
disrespect. No, we good, bro.
we got.
No, that's ecstasy. Known him forever.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Fucking really really hot artist. Definitely don't want to miss out. His versatility is crazy.
Yeah.
You definitely that definitely has a unique sound that is not very common in the Northwest, and I don't think anywhere really. So
Most
definitely
definitely.
check him out.
Yeah, you said it best, bro. Yeah, no, we got two singles coming out. So next Friday, we're gonna drop a single, and then the next Friday we're gonna drop a single. Next Friday, the Purple EP is gonna be dropping. So that's gonna be 6 songs. So we got Ben Head and this song. We got Perp is already out. Uh, yeah, so those are gonna be the singles. So yeah, watch out for that, bro. He's gonna be popping. We're gonna get some videos in. Other than that, Comet Margella, he's coming out with an album on the 14th. A couple songs he came and recorded at my crib, and then the rest of them he recorded himself at home. He's going to Full Sail University online, so he's been recording himself and sending me the vocals, and I've been mixing them. So everything is mixed and mastered by me. A couple things recorded by me, but that's coming out on Valentine's Day, February 14th. And then other than that, I mean, I've been really trying to be more focused on like placements and stuff
Yeah.
this year. Like I definitely want to get more placements this year and do do more back end stuff, get streaming revenue popping and stuff like that. That's a big thing that I want to get into more than just the front end, because it's important for getting more opportunities when you're available to artists on that level.
Yeah.
So
How do
yeah.
you do that? How do you
Um,
work on the placements?
So I mean, you basically can just talk with your artist and stuff. If you're a producer or whatever, they'll go through like DistroKid or United Masters, whatever they're going through. There's always a royalty splits option,
Mm-hmm.
and so about 10-20%, whatever you think is good, or you could go 50-50 if you're not, because like people, if you sell beats and stuff, selling beats, like people will go like $200 for a beat, and then they also want that split on the back end or whatever.
Mm.
So you gotta, in order to be taken serious, you gotta have that stuff together for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just mostly trying to get, like you said, that revenue stream. You're trying to get that credit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like signing up for like your ASCAP or BMI, getting your PRO, your performance rights organization, get an account with them, get an account with Song Exchange, get an account with Song Trust, and Sound Exchange, Song Trust, and like that'll take care of wherever your music is played. You're gonna collect that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that like a way for you just to like get more money? I guess like like just to get an earning as an audio engineer.
Most definitely, like it motivates you more to like the idea is like if I'm getting paid up front, then I already got my money or whatever. Or it's all like a mindset. So if you know that you if you want this song to actually perform well and pay you with longevity, you're gonna put more effort into that mix, into that
Mm-hmm.
master, or whatever you're gonna be like, and you're gonna be making sure that you're working with artists that are gonna pull numbers and whatnot. So that's
Yeah.
all important to take into consideration, and that'll elevate you. If you pay attention to that more than just the front end. So
Oh, for sure.
that's what I'm trying to focus on.
But no, that sounds dope. I like having you explain it a little more because then that educates our viewers.
For sure.
Especially for
For sure.
anybody who has questions or wants to get to know like the audio engineering side.
Yeah.
How to make money, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's multiple ways to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I want to kind of go back. I want to know more about this audio engineering. Like, are you going to school for it? Is like how's that like running a business and doing all that? I mean, is this something you do full time? Like, let us know.
Yeah, yeah. So I haven't gone to school or nothing. Full Sail University. It's in Orlando, Florida. I don't really want to live in Orlando, but it would be a great experience to do something like that. But nah, I've just been self-taught. Like the internet is an amazing place. You can find so many resources, like on YouTube, and even just there are so many websites that curate information for you so that you're learning the right things. Like if you're on YouTube, it's so easy to just click on the videos that you want to watch.
The
But
how tos and shit.
yeah, like all the things that you need to know really aren't just like the basic stuff that you're gonna click on YouTube all the
Right.
time because you have too many options. So if you go to a website that's curated by like a professional audio engineer, there's a bunch of websites, but like Sound Gym is a really good one, and they have a bunch of videos, and they are YouTube videos, but they're put in order in a way to where if you watch them in order, you're getting a really deep understanding of everything. So that's really what I've been doing for a long time, and I also like to watch like audio engineers who are really in the industry, like Tizio, he's Chris Brown's engineer, and Baines, he's like YSL.
YSLs, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
Bands is tight.
there's like Leslie Brathwaite, he's done a bunch of stuff with Pharrell, Lil Uzi Vert, and stuff like that. And there's like a whole bunch of dudes that they have hour-long interviews all over YouTube, and you can just soak up so much stuff.
Right.
It's really it's like crazy. So I haven't gone to school or nothing, and I've just learned a lot from experience, just really throwing myself out there, just trying to get hands on. Because it's like in this industry, it's like being an audio engineer. There's a lot of technical and stuff, but you also have to be an artist, and have like a passion for the art and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So all that kind of goes like all that just kind of drags you towards that information as long as you want to know it.
Right. And I'm
Yeah.
sure you trying to elevate yourself is just keeps motivating you higher.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've seen what school does to. I mean, I know what school, what it does to like your passion and stuff. Or like when I was in school, the way school works, it doesn't always fulfill you, and you're there for so long, you go into so much debt, it might not fulfill you. And I know people have gone to school for something that they loved, and then they ended up not liking it when they were in school and stuff like that. So I knew that I didn't want to expose myself to that. So at this point, I might do it. It would be really good, to have that certificate, and I could just fly through it because I probably know a lot of a lot of the entry stuff. But there's
Yeah.
still so much more to learn. Like being there, because like there's a lot of online schools and whatnot, but like actually being there, they have the full studio setups with the SSL consoles, whatever,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
Right.
it gives you a lot. I'm really hands on. I want to know what's real.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that. That's a subject that Inferno actually feels kind of strong about, huh? School.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's just everyone has their opinion on it. And I think that's actually I like your viewpoint on it though, bro, because I know a lot of people that have gone to school and the same thing, like they went for something that they
Yeah.
like and they're not necessarily doing it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that went to school and they loved it and like they're doing well. So it's really just like following your passion because
Yeah.
there's people that are millionaires that have bachelor's, masters, but there's people that are millionaires that don't even have a degree, high school diploma. So it really just
Yeah.
depends on like how you work and how you navigate life, right?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, bro. So I want to take it a step back. At what point in your, I guess, career, did you decide like, oh, I want to open my own studio, and why did you
Yeah,
make
for
that
real.
decision?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I was working at FedEx for about a year, through I want to say like right after COVID started. So probably started there at like October 2020 or anyway, like throughout 2021, basically, I was working at FedEx, and like it was a cool job, but it was, I was making good money, but it was taking up all my time. And like right before that, I was doing construction, and it's like same thing with the ear fatigue thing. When you're working in an environment like that, there's a lot of noise going on. You get home, you sit in the studio, your ears don't really know what's what anymore. There's
Hmm.
too much going on, so
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hear you.
so I had to like make that choice to like stop working those kind of jobs and like really commit because like yeah, the ears are the most important, so it's just I had to commit to that. So I knew like when I was at FedEx, I decided I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to open my own studio because I had been doing that. Like in high school, I had a studio. Then right after when I moved out, I had another apartment and I had a couple sessions there or whatever. But I was like, I want to take it serious and get an LLC and all that. I decided, and then like I just didn't really have the space. And then as soon as I had the space, I went for it. But like you said earlier, like I don't really do it full time. Like right now, I'm still doing like Uber Eats and Grubhub and just different little like hustles and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
that allows me to kind of maintain my balance, with my ears and whatnot, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not being too demanded to be, on a schedule and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like an artist, and it's just kind of a thing with artists and stuff. You need your space.
You need that flexibility too. I mean,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
yeah, with the studio, I mean, because I cater to artists,
Yeah, I mean, shit
so
could pop off at any
and
moment.
there,
It's
yeah,
like I'm
exactly.
inspired. I need to be in the studio. Lock me in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet
yeah,
you shit like that happens all the time. Huh?
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
And lately, I make sure
Why
that
you laughing, Zay? You one of those artists? You be bugging them?
Zay's good about it for sure. Like people will try to get in the studio like even if it's the same day nowadays. I really try to schedule at
Yeah.
least a day in advance or whatever. Those are for the last minute people. But if you can give me 4 days,
At
I'll be
least.
happy. Yeah, like yeah.
Not
And
2 hours.
but the thing is, like I understand when you're an artist, like you don't know you're gonna feel like recording
Right.
at 3 p.m. on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know that on Saturday, so I understand. You
Yeah,
know,
no doubt.
yeah,
That's dope though. I mean, you're obviously catering to what you want to do, and that's be an engineer. So, I mean,
yeah,
working those jobs that give you that flexibility. I mean, you're obviously doing the right things.
yeah, for sure. I wanna keep myself open and stuff. And like, yeah, I'm just trying to like have everything else revolving around becoming an
Yeah,
audio engineer. Yeah,
that's cool though. You bossed up. You got an LLC.
yeah.
You started off the official business. So that means
Hmm.
you're actually doing it the right way. You're not
Yeah,
just
paying
recording
taxes.
and paying cash and all that shit. Paying taxes.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to see this video and tax the boy, like he's already getting taxed. So don't worry about it.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever thought about doing like a show, like live engineering?
Yeah, right. So I've been looking into that.
Because we got a show coming up. We might need it.
We need an engineer.
Yeah,
Shameless plug.
right.
Oh, my
Right.
bad, my bad, my
No,
bad.
no, I hear you. So like, yeah, so like, there's DJing and then there's live mixing, like live engineering, right? So yeah, I've looked into DJing a little bit,
Mm.
um, and like, but yeah, like live sound and stuff like that. I've definitely looked into that too. But, like, I have artists that I work with. They're always like, be my DJ, be my set, whatever. But
Mm.
That's totally different though.
yeah, but that's what
That's
they're looking for.
that's
They're
a
looking
fucking
for
different element,
Yeah,
bro.
they're looking for live mixing and stuff. Like I'm not on the turntables like
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
you
So
know what bugs me?
it's,
Like, I'm sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
but you know what bugs me, dude? Is when people say, "Oh, he's a producer." I'm an
right.
engineer, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a producer. It's like, isn't that
Right.
the same thing? No, it's not.
No,
Right.
it's not.
I don't really mind it until people hit me up and they're like, "Yo, what kind of beats you have?" Whatever. It's like, I
Yeah.
mean, I do have beats. I do make beats a little bit because
Well,
that
yeah, it
comes
doesn't
with it.
affect you that much because you actually do that, right?
Yeah, but I really don't have a lot of beats to send people, and like I'm not. It's not like my strong suit and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I prefer you come with a good beat or have beats picked out. But I have made a few. There's a few songs that have come out of the studio that I produced, but I have a lot more to grow on that side. But
Hmm.
yeah, like it is kind of annoying when people ask me for beats. Like if we're already in the studio and they're like, "Hey, you want to pull up some beats?" Then I will. But I'm not. I don't really want like when people DM me on Instagram and stuff and they're asking for beats. I'm not really gonna try to look for your type beat or whatever. I most likely don't have it.
There you heard it first. He don't got the beats, bro.
Yeah, but I'll record you. Find a really good beat, because I can make a decent beat, but find a good beat and then I'll mix it good, and
There you go.
we'll be
Sorry.
straight.
There you
Yeah.
go. You be straight. You just go ahead and find your beat. You find your own type beat,
Yeah.
and he'll mix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
So, up until this point, bro, what has been like your favorite session you've ever done? Do you have
Man.
one on the top of your head?
I mean, it's really hard. Like I have a lot with Trey that, we're just like super locked in where it's like it's like I don't know, it's a different thing when you can lock in with someone like me and Zay, like we'll lock in and like the rest of the world doesn't matter. We're just everything that's in those headphones and we're just keep on going until the song's done.
Mm-hmm.
But like notably we have a song called Search for You, me and Zay, and we'll put that shit out. But as soon as we when he laid the hook down for that song, I was like, I think this is gonna be my favorite one out of Purple Sound, like up to this point, because yeah, no, and at this point, like listening back to it, it never gets old to me, So I'd say when we recorded that song, I think that was my favorite session.
Is that pretty recent?
This type.
That was a few months ago, 5 months ago.
Also, Russ book phrase like I'm like, bro, what? Dang, I ain't never heard this shit.
I told you that. I know I
I
told
was
you
like
that.
that, bro. Okay, that's a different song. Perfect for you. Wouldn't
Yeah.
expect that out my mouth, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, that one came together super smooth. Yep.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
No, I like that. I like the way that you're headed, man. I mean, from the conversation that we're having now, I before this, I did not know you. I did not know about your
Yeah, we never
studio
met.
much. No, yeah, we never met before. So, I mean, actually seeing you face to face, getting to know who you are, what you're doing, it's pretty inspiring, especially the fact that you're actually doing it out here in Salem. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's not that many studios per se in Salem. There are some, but I mean,
Yeah.
personally, not a need that I would go to.
It's limited opportunity for an engineer.
Yeah. I mean, especially you specialize in hip hop, right?
Yep.
You specialize in hip hop. There's not that many hip hop studios.
Yeah, that's a big
To be more
advantage.
specific.
Exactly. A lot of the guys are like old rock guys or
Yeah,
Indie.
no doubt.
yeah, doing different stuff like that, and I respect it for sure. But yeah, I've always been hip hop driven since the start, and my whole thing is set up around that. I have a guitar and a ukulele and a couple of instruments and stuff that artists can use, but it doesn't come up very often. All I need is a mic and the preamp,
That's
the
it.
interface, and we're good to go. It's all about the vocals and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm learning more about how to be a good vocal coach per se, or be supportive, because I'm an engineer. I'm not a vocal coach, but I want to work more on making vocalists more comfortable and stuff like that, because that's really like where my whole job, uh, you know, that's the center of the job,
Right.
being in hip hop and in R&B.
Yeah. You got to wear many hats sometimes. And I mean, that's just the way the sesh goes. I mean,
Yeah, man.
most definitely you have your artists, that come in, they're ready, and then they lay a track, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
Then you have your artists and then the struggle. I mean, obviously, when people sing to themselves or they rap to themselves, it's much different than actually recording and being alone in the studio.
Yeah,
People don't get that. People are not ready for that sometimes.
exactly.
There's people that just like literally will take up like 3-4 hours of your time and you probably get nothing done. I mean, I've had those studio sessions. I used to,
Yeah.
bro, like I used to literally run a studio business.
I seen
Be-
your studio, bro.
a
It
long
was
time.
dope. It was dope, bro.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
So like I know like I used to record like random people, like people from Minnesota, people from fucking Texas. I used to record all kinds of random people, and like it was dope, like getting to know
Yeah.
these people. But I knew that being an engineer was not me. Like even the money like was
Gotcha.
not like good enough.
What were you charging and stuff?
Like then,
Yeah,
I
what
was
was
doing
that?
100 a song.
Okay, cool.
I was
Gotcha.
doing 100 a song, but unlimited hours. That's where I fucked up.
See, that's the interesting thing, because I'll do, like, I don't, once I've developed a relationship with an artist, because, I have the hourly rate in order to, get your first session or whatever, in order to lock in, it's going to be hourly. But when I really lock in with artists and I like what we're making, I'll go per song, I'll go per month and stuff like that, right? And
Yeah, I
it's-
seen some. Can you check?
there's a lot of different ways to do it, but starting with the per hour rate, That's what I decided was the safest for sure. Yeah.
That is the safest because at least you know the people will stop paying at a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and those
True.
those 3 hour sessions where you don't get anything done.
Like
It's
fuck.
like, what if you don't finish a song or whatever, and then it's
Like
like,
that's on you though. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really is on you.
yeah. But
But you know, we'd
with
be
the,
nice sometimes.
yeah. With some, I don't know. I haven't had too many sessions where it's like we don't get anything done. I feel like if someone's pulling up, I'm gonna make them do something. Like, Zay,
Yeah.
bro, me and Zay last week, we almost didn't make something when he came over, and I made him make something in the last 20 minutes we were there, and it's one of the hardest songs on the EP for real. So
Damn, that's
yeah,
great.
you don't know what's gonna come up, but I make sure people make something before they leave. At least start something.
Yeah.
But sorry, what was the original question?
I didn't have an
No,
original
I think
question.
y'all were just
we were
talking
just
off
ranting.
the dome. I do have a question though.
Yeah,
So
we're just ranting.
kind of going off what you're saying, like how do you navigate that? Being a engineer, having your own studio, running a business, and
Yeah.
navigating those type of issues where it's like people don't understand that you're running a business and they're like, oh, bro, you can't do it for free or like you can't give me a discount, but then they don't understand that it's a
Yeah.
business aspect. Like, how do you navigate those
So that was a really
issues?
yeah. So that was a really important thing for me. And so that was a really important thing for me in the beginning. I noticed that when word started getting out and I was working with a lot of people and it went down to California and then I had people in Ohio I was working with. I wasn't charging anybody. I was getting that experience. I was soaking that up, and then as soon as as soon as I had more bills and less time, I was like, okay, I gotta do 30 a song, whatever. And then, I probably lost like half of my clients or whatever at that time, right? So there was a lot of people that I liked their music, and then our relationship just crumbled, because I wasn't able to just do a bunch of free work for them. So I had that lesson pretty early, and I realized like if I really want to do this, I gotta establish it as a business. It can't just be AJ's bedroom. It has to have a name. It's got to be a LLC. It's got to have a logo. And I was like, I had to take it serious so that people see, what it is and what the deal is. And then I just recently got a website so people can book like directly through the website,
That's fire.
and stuff like that. So it's really about like separating yourself as an individual and
Creating a brand.
yeah, creating a brand. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's how I
No, that's huge, bro.
navigate
Because
it.
a lot of people, I feel like, I also DJ. We have this rhythm and flow, and we've dealt with a lot of artists, producers, DJs, and stuff. And there's a lot of people doing it, but they're not really taking it serious, And it's like that's cool and all, but at a certain point, if you really want to chase this dream, you got to make it a business. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You have to put down the money. You have to do stuff for a certain rate. People have to understand that. And if they don't, that's not the type of person you want to work with anyways, because it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
they're not about it. So it's cool that
Yeah.
you're talking about it.
It comes down to respect, bro.
That's it.
It really does. Like if
Most
someone
definitely.
respects you and respects your craft, they're gonna pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, at minimum, you're spending money on electricity having that shit on. At minimum, like think about it. Like you're
Yeah.
really paying for that shit even without doing nothing. Like so.
That's an important part of establishing a relationship with the artist is if you make sure that you're charging them right off the bat. So having something set up like a brand or whatever, and making sure that they know like the first time they come in the studio they have to pay to come to the studio. Then it sets the tone. So a lot of the artists I might have just had them come through for free a long time ago. They're constantly asking for discounts, whatever,
Yeah.
or they don't want, it's like they don't expect to be paying or whatever. And I just don't have time for that anymore. And like, I don't like to sever relationships with people or anything. If there's time for it in the future, like with royalty splitting and all that type
Yeah.
of stuff, that's what I'm trying to look more into. So with the artists that I have that relationship where they're not like scheduling sessions with me, but I still like their craft and I like making music with them. That's what I mean about collecting those royalties and stuff.
Right.
There's still a benefit to it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get yours somehow. I mean, whatever it may be. I mean, there's something that can be traded off for,
Yeah.
Yeah, at the minimum, at least.
Mm-hmm.
No, I respect that though. You got to get yours. I don't know if you got a family or anything like that, but if you do, then you got to go and get that. People got to take those things into consideration.
Yeah, most
As a
definitely.
real person, that's why, like, that's why I said it comes down to respect and appreciating your craft.
Yeah.
I mean, shit don't come easy, and obviously they need you more than you need them.
True.
I mean, you're the damn
yeah.
engineer.
Well, yeah. There's so many sides to it. Like nowadays, people, like you were saying earlier, like it's a lot different recording yourself in your bedroom than going to a studio or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, some artists that I work with, they'll play me songs that they made on BandLab or at home or whatever, and it's like better than anything we made. So it's like,
No doubt.
you know, when you're in that element, I don't know. Nowadays, like the technology has come so far. People, if you're truly talented, you can capture it by yourself. You know,
Yeah, without a doubt.
like Trey will record himself at home all the time, and it sounds amazing. You know, it's about being in your element and stuff. So I understand that part of it too. That kind of creates like some tension sometimes in the music,
Yeah.
and you hear it in their voice when it's the first time they came to the studio. So it's kind of, you really got to lock in with your engineer and
Without a doubt.
be comfortable with them, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to know this. You, what's your startup look like? What would you tell somebody to? Someone comes up to you. Sorry, let me go back. Someone comes up to you and be like, "AJ, I want to start a studio.
Yeah.
What are you recommending them?"
Yeah, for sure. Like any of my artists want to make their own home studio, like I'm not against it at all. You know, I love supporting people and helping them set stuff up. So I would say get like a like one of these, the AT 2020.
This shit right here is the best starter microphone you can
Yeah,
get.
that's what I started with. It's a
Me
great,
too.
amazing microphone, $100. You know, like that's the best price you're gonna get. And then take that and get a like a Focusrite Scarlett probably interface, or they have like the UAD volts are pretty cool.
Those volts are fire.
So that's like gonna cost you probably $200 or something. So you're at 300, and then, I mean, I always just had little Logitech speakers. I wouldn't recommend like getting huge studio monitors, and like being comfortable in like the pair of headphones that you have too. Like I don't know, like I don't know. I always used like before I got the Bayer Dynamic
Yeah.
ones. Like I was always using just like, you know, Logitech gaming headphones, Corsair,
That's
you know, Corsair, like Turtle, what is it called?
Turtle Beaches.
Turtle Beaches, bro.
nice.
You know, stuff like that. And even like my first recordings were in those with the little headset thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
How
know,
that
like,
sound? I'm curious.
sounded terrible, but it sounded awful. But you know, like it was like all I had or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's about being comfortable with the gear that you can have. So like it depends on what your budget is, but I would say a good starting point is like, you know, you could even use the Apple headphones. But if you're if you really want to have like good vocals, I would go this guy, AT 2020 into the Focusrite, Scarlett Solo, and then oh yeah, you need a pop filter too.
Pop filter. Okay,
So-
what DAW?
Oh man, I mean it really depends, but like
All right, I don't know anything, bro. Like I'm coming to you. What are you
True.
recommending me?
okay, I see what you're saying. So I'm starting you up. Okay,
You started me up.
just go straight into Pro Tools then. I mean, what do you have, a Mac or a PC?
All
right, never
I
mind.
got a
Scratch
Mac.
that.
I got a Mac because everybody got a Mac.
Scratch that. Get a PC
Ah.
and get Pro Tools. No, you
Okay.
can get a Mac. Get a Mac and get Pro Tools. I mean, I think Logic is pretty cheap. If you have a Mac, I think I don't know.
It's like $200, I think. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's not too pricey. Low-key.
But
don't know.
if you ask me, FL Studio.
Right.
No, I'm
I
kidding.
mean, no,
I'm kidding.
definitely. I started on FL Studio. I love FL Studio. But I have I always use the torrented version of FL 12.
Oh, I
And
love
so-
that.
Right. It's a
I
little
love
bit,
that, dude.
It's a little bit behind, like when you're recording and shit, you can't see the audio in live.
It's a torrented version, bro.
Well, no, it's just because it's 12.
Oh my
But
god.
like the newer versions, you can pretty much do everything on.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't go live, huh? It just like once you stop recording, that's when it pops
up.
in. Yeah, I
and
remember that.
You also can't link the tracks directly to the channel strip on 12 like you can now. So like with Pro Tools, everything that's on an audio track is getting processed by those plugins that are right
Right.
there. On FL12, I had to manually link things to the channel, you know, things like that. So when I go back and I open up old projects because someone wants to finish something from 2 years ago or whatever, it's like, man, why did I ever use this? But
Yeah.
I've been on Pro Tools for about a year and a half now, and it's,
really like
it's
it?
changed, bro. It's changed
Yeah?
so much. It makes everything so much faster. Like, but I mean, the new FL though, I mean, I'm sure it's just as good. So I would go with FL too if I was
Yeah?
just starting, honestly, because you can, if you like beats and stuff, you can do everything on there just right there, you know. So
If you're a real nerd and like about this and like you actually study like these DAWs and everything, like you know, like me or like AJ,
Yeah.
Pro Tools is the best, no doubt with that. Like they got the Dolby Atmos. You're able to do all that. That's like movie shit right there. The processing power, or not the processing power, but just the, I think it's like the rendering is just so much crispier than actually FL Studio.
I
So
mean, there's a lot that they've added so many features and there's so many things that you can do on Pro Tools because it's been around since the early 90s. So
forever,
they've been at it, figuring out exactly what the industry needs. So they got
yeah.
it. So
And I mean they've been leading the industry
hmm
in just recording. So I mean you can't go
exactly.
wrong. But it's a little complicated, not user friendly. Definitely want to need to get
Yeah.
your
So
toes wet.
right, yeah. So like I wouldn't have started on Pro Tools to be honest. Yeah. It's a lot to absorb, but there's so many like buttons and stuff that I'm not pressing all the time.
Yeah,
You just gotta know which ones to use at what time. Like there's so many options on there. I'm not gonna need to use almost half of them most of the time. So
yeah,
it just looks crazy, but
for sure. No, that's dope though. I really appreciate all that information. I really respect the grind, bro. I really
yeah,
do.
hell yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
I really appreciate
Yeah,
what you have to say, especially the people who will get inspired from what you say. It's
for
really
sure.
cool, and I mean, I know that you say you love helping people, so I mean, if anybody can needs any help or anything like that, reach out to
Yeah,
Purple
let me
Studios,
know.
man.
Let me
AJ,
know. Yeah,
he's definitely a really good go-to guy when
yeah,
it comes to any of this audio engineering studio stuff. So
yeah.
make sure you reach out, hit up his studio. Definitely recommend. Like I haven't been there, but I've heard a lot of his music, and it sounds really great.
Hell yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like yeah, reach out. I mean, I might have the answer, and if I don't, then we'll both learn. Like
yeah,
I'll figure it out. Yep.
Yep.
Hell yeah,
So we have this thing. It's a segment. It's like what's in your bag.
for
So
sure.
we're gonna make it like an engineer
Yeah,
edition. So like when you're
gotcha.
doing a session, what are 5 things that you need in your session? It could be
Man,
anything, and it can't be like the gear because you already have that there.
oh, it
yeah,
can't be
yeah.
the
Nah,
gear.
you already
Can
have
be
that
gear.
there.
All right. What about auto tune?
I mean, yeah, you can make that
Oh, you
one.
talking about plugins?
Number one is auto tune for
Okay.
sure. I mean, if I'm not in my studio or whatever, I mean, it's pretty much almost always got to have auto tune. So I would say that's number one. Like, man, if we're not talking about the gear, man, let me think. Let me think. What do I gotta have? What do I gotta have?
Like you don't got no go-to snacks. Yeah, nothing.
I
Water.
mean,
Like
yeah. So I keep my hydro flask. I
okay,
got my hydro
Okay.
flask right there. I
hydro.
keep that filled up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Like I used to have a lot of snacks in the studio and stuff. I haven't been stocking the snacks and stuff, but um man, I mean, I just gotta have myself to be honest with you. Like as long as I have my studio and my gear, I got my water,
You straight.
I got
That's
my
it.
auto tune.
Okay.
All right, so there we go, man. Like
Okay. Auto tune, water, and gear,
yeah, and
Top
gear
three.
and yourself,
and myself. Like
and
it's
Top
yourself.
4.
it's all really down to the experience and stuff. And I mean, I don't really have to have my gear either. But it's really about the experience and like knowing what to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've pulled up to other people's houses all the time, recorded on Ableton, like all different types of DAWs and stuff. So it's like they pretty much all function the same and stuff, like that. So like as long as I have my I have my brain and stuff, I could figure it out for sure.
There you go.
Oh
Fire.
yeah, yeah,
That's what's up, bro.
most
Well,
definitely.
Inferno, I thought did you have another question?
No,
Sorry.
that was. I have nothing else. You have anything?
No, I think I ran out of questions.
Same.
AJ, I really appreciate you coming
Yeah,
by,
most
man.
definitely.
I think that was real dope. Like I said, I think you had a lot of good information to say, a lot of
Yeah,
good points. Most definitely, I would, like I said, I'd recommend your studio. Anybody that needs any recording, then hit him up. He's
yeah,
definitely the man to go to around town. So
for sure.
we appreciate you coming by. Again, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors too,
Mhm.
Joy
Yeah.
Energy. Make
Shout
sure
out
that you
them.
pick that up. Energizes us every day. I know
Hell yeah.
I ran out of the limes today. So if y'all seeing this, I need a re-up. I need the limes
Yeah.
and the orange. Orange and lime are really my personal favorites. Just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Top 2. Hell yeah, man. You have anything you want to like shout out? Anyone
Yeah,
you
any
wanna shout out?
shout-outs or
Any
anything
last
like
things
that?
you want to say?
Man, if you want to book a session, go to psrstudio.com. You can go to the Instagram, purplesoundstudio.com. We got Zay's album coming out, Purple EP. I guess it's an EP, but it's coming out later this week or later this month, and then next week we got Colin Margello's album coming out. Yeah, man, that's really all I got. So psrstudio.com. And you could just at the bottom you could leave your email, leave any kind of questions if you're a producer or you're an aspiring like audio engineer. You have some kind of you want to get on the technical side and stuff, you know, leave me your email and a little description, and like we could definitely link up. I love like meeting people. I got a few interns and stuff, so like I just want to teach people. I just want to like push the culture, you know, because it's a limited opportunity out here in Salem, you know, and I definitely want to expand into other places and stuff like that. But like just trying to connect with the people, you know, as few people that are here, you know, trying to get to know everybody and really, you know, get the movement going. And I respect what you guys are doing, like a lot, you know, with rhythm and flow, everything
Thank
you
you.
guys got going on. Like I didn't know anything. I don't know. I've been in Salem for about 5 years, you know. But like I don't know any other kind of movement like the things you guys are doing, you know, with the artists,
Appreciate
and
that, bro.
you know it's super dope for hip hop and everything because you know, there's not a huge music scene in general, but when there is, it's a lot of different types of you know indie artists and stuff like that. So, you know, it's really important to put hip hop on around here. There's a lot of people who listen to it who want to make it, you know. So
Yeah, without a doubt,
yeah.
man.
Exactly, bro. But again, we really appreciate you for coming, bro. Um, Everyone, make sure y'all follow him his socials. Hit him up. Hit his studio up, man. It's fire. He's doing a lot for the movement in Salem too, bro. So we gotta give him his flowers. Shout out to AJ. We just met him today,
Thank
by
you,
the
bro.
way, bro. But he's a stand-up guy, man. Really, really vouch for this guy. Just met him, but he's cool, man. That's
Appreciate you,
episode
Doc.
11. We got some more bangers on the way, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And yeah, man, we're signing off. We'll see you on the next
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah,
See
thank
y'all
you.
next time.
Thank you guys.
Peace.